You are watching 32 teams in 32 days on the Game Time Sports Network. It's a great day, sports world. So to all the sports lovers, the haters, the addicts, and the fanatics, this is Larry Patterson for GT365. It's Game Time 365 Sports right here on the GTSN. It's the Game Time Sports Network. Among, we got two teams left. And right now, we are at the Jets, man. This has been a journey. How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. We're getting to the very end here, man. I got the Jets and Bills left. Of course, we're gonna save the Bills for another day, tomorrow. And yeah, man, football season right around the corner. As I'm over say 20,000 times before preseason game number one kicks off on Thursday. Hard Knocks tonight at 10 o'clock. If you're a big Hard Knocks fan, we know it's a little scripted and a little narrative and story driven. But if you like that type of stuff, Buffalo Bills is front and center this year.
Yes, man. We like I said, we got two teams left, and right after that, we going into our show, probably kicking off about the weekend of week one. But you are right, we got preseason games this weekend, starting off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I believe Sunday as well.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get on to these Jets. This team this team ended the season 5-12, 2-4 in the division. Started 3-8, hit the bye week, and went 2-4 in the last 6 games. This team has not made the playoffs in 14 years since they went back-to-back conference finals, conference championships. One I think one against New England. No, was it against New England? I want to say one was against New England, one was against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that was just Mark Sanchez butt fumble years, boy. Back when Rex Ryan was there.
Yeah. So we long removed from them years, man. But Aaron Rodgers, that whole Aaron Rodgers experiment, that's done. Aaron Rodgers came through, took the whole franchise over, didn't even get to the playoffs. But so that whole experiment is over. Robert Saleh is out the building. Got a brand new head coach, Aaron Glenn, who also played for the team, was a star quarterback for the team. Uh, what's your thoughts on the whole Jets franchise from last year and how that season went? The failed experiment, especially with Devontae Adams trade. How did all that go for you?
Man, it went horribly wrong. I mean, I expect them to be a little better than what they were. Yes, we all know Aaron Rodgers popped his Achilles week one, 4 plays in 2 years ago. He had to shake that off and then contemplate retiring, coming back, retiring, coming back. And it was like, oh man, you start wearing on a franchise and being in the New York market, he knows how to play that game. Ultimately he ended up coming back and they went and traded for Devontae and thought Aaron Rodgers could be the Aaron Rodgers of 2012 or whatever you won the Super Bowl. Yeah, man, it just didn't work out, at all. And Garrett Wilson, I think he played extremely well. When I got some good draft picks, Olu Fashanu. They got one Brees Hall, probably. Is he the RB1? I don't know. But
Yeah,
I really like him. I really like Brees Hall. I think he has some room to grow. I don't know if he was injured or not last year, but his name flew under the radar a lot. Yeah, man, the defense, Quentin Williams, probably needs some more help there. I thought all in all, I mean, and then you got your guy, Mr. $30 million a year. We're gonna talk about that later. We might get to fight on the show when we talk about this guy. But all in all, typical Jet season. The Robert Saleh was coming in with one hand tied behind his back, coach, and he knew if he didn't produce, he probably was going to be gone anyway. And then Woody Johnson being the ambassador over in the UK for the whatever the Russians or whatever the case may be. He was all overseas, and his brother ran operations while he was gone. And it sounded like a clown show that they weren't serious. Being out the playoffs for 14 years. Even my team would have made the playoffs twice since then, and that ain't saying a whole lot. But it's just a clown show up in New York. And I needed clean house and needed some kind of discipline. And hopefully the guy that we're going to talk about today coming over from Detroit can stabilize that franchise and take them to places they haven't been since my mama was born back in 63.
So, they got a brand new head coach in Aaron Glenn, who's very used to the franchise. So, I mean, you can't get a better hire than that. Somebody that knows the franchise, knows the building. Been a part of that whole organization. So Aaron Glenn in Detroit, of course, last year they had like 13 guys on IR. So, but I think the before those guys went on IR, I want to say the first part of the season, like that defense was playing pretty good. Um, I think Aiden Hutchinson. Why you laughing?
Oh, I was just I know you about to say something about I know you about to say something about Sauce here in a minute, but I'm gonna let you speak on the Detroit defense before Aiden Hutchinson got hurt. Yes, it was
Yeah,
playing pretty well.
before, yeah, before Aiden Hutchinson had got hurt, he was a on his way to double digit sacks. Uh, so the last 2 years, his time as a coordinator in Detroit in the run game, defending the run, he went from 28, 29, second to fifth.
Mm.
And in the pass game, I mean, they kind of like stayed the same. He went 24, 30th, 27, 30th. So now, I mean, I think that's all going to change with a brand new with a cornerback who just recently got paid. I think that all that probably will change. I don't like the what's on the other side, but we're gonna get to that when we gonna get to it. But how do you feel about the direction the Jets went with the Aaron Glenn hire?
I like it. I like it for Aaron Glenn. He gets the opportunity to be a head coach, but I will say this though: his leash is going to be short. His leash is going to be super short. I mean,
I
he's
feel
not going to have the Gerard Mayo leash, but he's going to have like a 2, 3 year leash to get things turned around before they go out and go in another direction. Um, to me, he strikes as a guy that's going to come in and demand discipline that they've been lacking since, heck, you could say since Rex Ryan been a head coach back in those Sanchez days.
Mhm.
So they, yes, there's defense is his calling card. He has some premium guys at premium positions, cornerback, receiver. So I mean, he has a good base to work with. The Jets, and defensive tackle. Sorry, can't disrespect Quentin Williams like that. So he has something to work with. He has to find his quarterback, and the way they went out and paid Justin Fields 2 years, was it 2 years 30 or something
I
like
thought it
that?
was I thought it was 3 years.
It may be 2 years 30, 3 years 30, 2 years 40. I'm not really sure. I know it's somewhere in that number. It's a short deal that they believe in Justin Fields for the short term. Excuse me, and hopefully they can believe in him long term as well. So I like the Glenn hire. He was very sought after by a couple teams. He even turned down a couple teams. He turned down the Lion. I mean, not the Lions, but the Saints interviewing process because we already know how the Saints were. He turned that down. So yeah, man, I'm expecting discipline. I'm expecting a good, hard nosed football team that's gonna come in, play with their hair on fire, and it's going to be a reflection of their coach on the football field and off the football field.
Hopefully, this hire can be a long term situation. Since Rex Ryan, that was their most recent successful coach, right?
Hmm.
Rex Ryan was there 6 years. After Rex Ryan, Todd Bowles there was 4 years. Adam Gase was there 2 years, and then Robert Saleh got 4 years. But I mean, really three in some games.
Hmm.
So, talk about head coaching turnover over there. Uh, Aaron Rodgers did pass for damn near 4,000 yards, and it was like 3,800 yards, 3,897 to be exact, 28 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. He's gone. So Brees Hall, 876 yards with 5 touchdowns, has not rushed for 1,000 yards in his 3 years. I think he came close in like 2023. He had like 900.
Yeah, he was
But
nicked up a couple of years, I believe. I think he had some injuries. He was dealing with something, if I'm not mistaken, ACL or something in his knee. I could be wrong.
something like, yeah, knee injuries definitely sound, uh, you know, definitely sound like something that he will be dealing with. Um, but I'm expecting, but I think he's in a contract here as well because he'll be a free agent next year.
Hmm.
Uh, let's talk a little bit about Justin Fields. He was 4-2 as a starter last year in Pittsburgh. He played 10 games. He started six, 1,106 yards with 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. He completed 65.8% of his passes, and I believe that was a career high for him. But he only played 6 games before they pulled the plug on him. I think they pulled the plug on him a little too quick. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't mind blowing the way he was playing. But Pittsburgh was kind of like, you know, getting away with things.
Yeah,
Uh, he's already hurt. With the foot injury, with the turf toe. He already
yeah,
got a turf toe. That's not already a good sign. Justin Fields, with the athletic ability, the running quarterback, I love Justin Fields as a passing quarterback. I'm not really all that crazy about. Some of his decisions kind of lead to negative plays and bad situations. Even when he was in Chicago, you got to admit that.
yeah, man. He had some rough patches, man. But I can't shake Justin Fields, man. He has so much talent, man. Arm talent going back to Ohio State, man. Him and Garrett Wilson, they played at Ohio State, so they're back. They're reunited. So I can't shake his arm talent, man. And the overall player, he hasn't lived up to the 10th overall pick or whatever they picked him back in the COVID drafts, whatever the case may be. And plus, we know who his head Matt Eberflus was his head coach, and man, yeah, we know how that turned out. Yeah, he's a defensive coordinator in Indy right now, if I want to say so, or wherever he is,
Dallas.
Dallas, yeah,
Yeah.
wherever. Um, but yeah, man, I believe in Justin Fields, even though this is team number 3. Hopefully this will be his forever home. But man, like you say, just him throwing the ball, some head scratchers. But then there's some times you're like, okay, Justin, where is this at more consistently? So we'll definitely see, man. The show is his, and like I said, the injuries really, the toe don't really bother me because I don't really think he has a track record of being injured. Um, Majorly, yes, it's a turf toe or whatever, but we know them turf toes can linger and lead on to something else. So we, pray that he stay healthy. So yeah, definitely the show is his, and they're gonna go as Justin Fields goes this year.
In 2022, he rushed for over 1,100 yards. That's crazy. Would love for him to get back to that form. He rushed for 289 yards and 5 touchdowns. Ran for 4.7 per. Hi, mom. She's in the chat. She's in the chat on YouTube. Uh, but moving on. So they also had Braylon Allen, came from Wisconsin. He was drafted last year. He added 334 yards and 2 touchdowns, 3.6 per. You can figure he can get better this year. Um, Garrett Wilson was 1,000 yard receiver last year, 1104 on the yards with 7 touchdowns. And then you had your boy Vontae over there, shipped him out. Other than that, not a whole lot to like from this receiving department, especially like look at Tyler Conklin's gone. Alan Lazard, I believe, is still there. He had 530 and 6 touchdowns, but not a whole lot to like out of this receiving group. And then when you go into the defensive side of the ball, Will McDonald, believe that was his second year last year. He had 10.5 sacks. That led the whole team.
Mm.
Before the year before that, he only had three, which he was a rookie that year. You had two. Uh, you had two over 100 plus tackle guys, and Jamie and Sherwood and Quincy Williams, and you had a couple guys that get some interceptions. Ashton Davis was not even there, but I think that with Aaron Glenn coming over, especially with the big contract that my guy Sauce got over the offseason. I well deserved, I would say, especially in his first two seasons. Uh, Last year, not so good. I was actually surprised by the extension. But you have your thoughts on that, and what are your thoughts on Sauce getting the extension? But I want to say highest paid corner right now.
Yes, he's the highest
Yeah.
paid right now. Yeah, he's right at 30, which is crazy. Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like I'm all for people getting your money. But sometimes it's just that bite of the apple, and hey, I want to. Everybody is going to jump the next person. So whoever's up next, whoever that may be, they're going to jump Sauce. Eventually they're going to come back down to reality. Like, yo, we can't be paying these corners $35 million a year. But back to the Sauce thing. Good and well that I'm not the biggest fan of Sauce Gardner. Yes, he can cover, but I'm more of a hey, I need you to take the ball away. And how many if producer, if you can pull up how many career interceptions he has, um, three. And how many years?
His
Yeah.
his 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 uh his passes defense
Oh
totals went
yeah, yeah. Yeah, then his pass defensive, he's probably amazing. He probably got PBUs out the what out the Wuha. So
so the PBUs went from 20 to 11 to 9. So and it's still like if I'm the Jets, I'm like at least I would wait till like mid season to see,
right,
you
right,
know.
right. See what you got, man. But it's hard for them not to go ahead and do it. It's kind of rare to see a corner that's 6'3", 190 something that run like he do, that can cover like he do. Once you get those guys, you have to keep them by any means. It's not that I don't like Sauce. I prefer other corners over Sauce, like Stingley. That Stingley's my guy right now. Like he showed, yeah, he can take the ball away. What he was at LSU is exactly what he was in the league. Like you saw, like everything translated for him. It's like, okay, he take the ball away in college, he take the ball away in the pros. Not to say that Sauce can't do it, he just haven't done it. But you got to pay him number 4 overall, man. You got to pay him his money, and he's a big part of that Jets defense. So you can't let him go for nothing.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Same thing for PS2, and like going to the same thing you was talking about Stingley. You know, the same thing you saw out of him at LSU, you see in the pros. Same thing you seen out of PS2 in Alabama, and you see that now.
Absolutely.
Uh, we ain't really see too many Cincinnati games, you know, as fans, but we saw a lot of LSU and Alabama, and then Sauce was pretty much a lockdown corner at Cincinnati, and then coming over uh, to the NFL, his first year, I'm gonna say, I mean, he was pretty locked in his second year, but in his third year, I think that was probably not his best year. And to be able to get paid, I mean, hopefully it draws in his favor to play a little bit better, than last year. I mean, he's still solid, but
Yeah, man, yeah. Like I say, man, 6'3", 190, man, and he. I mean, you can't teach that. You know what I mean? I don't care how you can't teach that, bro. So yes, I understand him paying him 30. No, I don't understand him paying him 30. But hey, the market is the market. I ain't mad at him. I just prefer Stingley and some other guys over him, in my personal opinion. Jets fans in the comments, if you think I'm a bum and you think that take was bad, please let us know, because I would love to hear you guys' opinion.
um, key additions for this team. Not right much. They got Andre Cisco, safety, came from Jacksonville. They get a cornerback, Chris Boyd. They get Byron Coward, the defensive tackle, Justin Fields, of course. They get center Josh Myers, Josh Reynolds also. Brandon Stevens that came over from Baltimore, which the
Mm.
reason why Baltimore let him go. Um, we'll see how that goes. I didn't really like him, like the performance he gave at Baltimore last year, but evidently the Jets saw something in him to sign him. So key losses for this team: Tyler Conklin, of course, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae, Chuck Clark, Morgan Moses, DJ Reed is another one. And I feel
Mm.
like they should have at least bought back, but you can't pay two cornerbacks top dollar. So um, last year the defense was ranked third, pass defense ranked fourth, rush defense ranked 17th. They were 20th in the league in points allowed, seven interceptions, which was like bottom of the league. They were ranked 11th in sacks, so not a lot of sack production out of those guys. And then offense, we don't really want to talk about offense because the numbers just don't look that good. Uh, but
How many interceptions total as a team? You said,
seven.
and he just paid that man 30. Oh, tough, man, tough.
Hey,
What a time to be an athlete, bro. Because that had been back in our era, and you coming to a table asking for 30 million, you ain't got but 3 picks in 3 years. Oh, bro, you might be. QB CB3
or
cutting
either or either a free agent.
or either a free agent fighting for a roster spot in preseason game number 3. It's just crazy, man. It's just the production. It doesn't take much, man. Like for guys to get paid now, and like I said, hey, call me an old fart or whatever the case may be. It's just how the guys we grew up in. Not to say that these guys are any better than what our guys were. It's just Patrick Peterson, Darrell Reeves, Charles Woodson, Nomni Asamoah. You keep going, Rondé Barber. You keep going, Asante Samuel. You keep going,
Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey. What's my boy out in Baltimore? I can't think of my boy name in Baltimore right now. He was won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. I can't think of his name. Even go back
Uh,
to Daryl Green. Um, yeah, man. I'm missing some top corners out there that played in the league. Dre Bly, all them. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, what are we doing, man? You know they coming to the table at least 6 picks, 5 picks a year, and coming to the table saying, "Hey, what you gonna pay me?" And you don't have no problem signing that check. You don't have that problem signing that check. Now these cats out here,
you could do the bare minimum and still get that check.
yeah,
Just
like exactly like PS2. Yes, I am a Broncos hater, but if I had to get one corner 30 million, that's the guy I'm paying it to because you see it Sunday in, Sunday out. He's consistent,
one side of the field is locked down.
and you ain't going over there. And me being a Raiders fan, I'm not throwing the ball over there. I'm sorry, I'm not. But those type of guys, I expect to get 30 million. Not to say Sauce not worth it, but just different time and era we in there.
Even when we was talking about who did we touch on yesterday? The Dolphins, but we was talking the Patriots when they got Milton Williams. Milton Williams had what career high 4 or 5 sacks. You
Right.
know, I know that the tape tells a different story, but I mean, I feel like that was deserved, especially with his playoff performance too.
Yeah, absolutely. He ended with a chip. So I mean, and
Yeah,
plus,
yeah.
like, he was one of those guys besides Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. He was a factor in it. You had to make sure and you had to look for Milton Williams when he was on the field because he wrecked the game. Like he was in like Aaron Donald mode. Like he wrecked the game. So I understand that. Like your impact in winning. You know what I mean? Like I I don't know, man. I just feel this one right here. I feel a little tricky about, man.
Yeah, because just the simple fact that he hasn't done anything. He hasn't won. Other than maybe other than not being a quarterback's first choice to throw to on his certain side, but it still doesn't amount to the production that he did in the first 2 years.
Yeah, it's like okay, you came out like gangbusters year 1 and 2, and you was like, shoot, what happened? Like, not saying that nothing happened to his play. It's like, dog, I expect you to be 4 or 5 picks every year, number 4, top 5 pick, and Stingley's doing that, and he's doing it in the playoffs. What are you doing? You know what I mean? It's like I don't know, man, but
Hey man, just get your money, Sauce. Yeah.
Hey, player, get your money, player. Hey, man, get your money, man, but get some little
uh,
get that turnover differential a little better for y'all boys too, and during the season. Then hey, I might shut my mouth and you call me a liar or whatever.
come on, Sauce. I need you to show up this year so we can put some people. We can shut some people's mouths up.
Yeah, you him and Daniel Jones, huh?
You know. How do you feel about this quarterback room with Justin Fields? You got Tyrod Taylor backing him. Uh, and who else? You got Adrian Martinez, Brady Cook. Obviously, the first two are really who we're really looking at. Tyrod Taylor been a vet in this league for years. BA, stand up. Um, how do you feel about Tyrod Taylor? You know, backing up Justin Fields, and it probably could be a chance that he'll get some starts in this season coming up too.
Man, this is weird, man, because every team that Tyrod has played for as a backup, their quarterback, the rookie that they drafted, have become a superstar. He backed up Justin Herbert, became a superstar. He backed up Josh Allen, became a superstar. Not saying this is going to happen with Justin Fields, but hey, he's one of those guys that hey, whatever he's a free agent, and you got a young quarterback in the building, you want to get him in the building because good things happen when you have Tyrod in your building as a backup. You see what a la Justin Herbert, a la Josh Allen, and whoever else he might have played for. I'm pretty sure they've become successful quarterbacks in the league. So that's a great pickup. Yes, he may see the field this year. If Justin struggles, and then if he does see the field, he's probably a top 3 backup in the league. If you want to say top 3, top 5 backup in the league. Um, so yeah, man, I love Tyrod, the additional Tyrod. Because remember, if people remember, Tyrod was supposed to be the Chargers starter Justin Herbert's rookie year, but something happened medical wise to puncture his lung, and he couldn't stay there.
Something
And
happened.
something happened, and then Justin Herbert became the starter, and the rest is history. So great pickup. He's a great addition to the QB room and also to the locker room as a whole. Being a vet, so I love it.
And remember, he took that Bills team. I think they finished the season 9-7 that year.
Hey, the wild card game, right?
And I think they had an opportunity to win that game. They played the Jacksonville. Did they play Jacksonville? I want to say.
Yes. Right.
Did they play Jacksonville? Okay, so he played Jacksonville. Had an opportunity to win that game as well, and he played through the whole season. And the next year, I think Josh Allen ended up getting drafted, and I want to say Josh just basically started the whole season and just never gave the reins back to him. But I agree with everything you said, considering the quarterbacks that he's played with. He might have that type of presence in the locker room,
Mhm.
that mentor presence. The only place I see him do that at was New York when
Oh, I
they.
mean, you can't. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the Giants, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure if he's the backup while Daniel Jones was there, Daniel Jones would be a $55 million quarterback. But just yeah.
yeah. Well, I think after this year he might be up there once he get that award that we speaking into existence. But
Draft
anyways,
draft picks. Come on, go ahead, tripping.
uh, yeah, let's go into that. Yeah, let's go into that draft
You
picks.
go ahead wild and like Daniel Jones played crazy.
The draft picks. First round, pick 7, they took offensive tackle Armand Benfu out of Missouri. In the second round, pick 42, tight end Mason Taylor out of LSU. In the third round, cornerback Azariah Thomas out of Florida State. In the fourth round, wide receiver Arian Smith out of Georgia. Also in the fourth round, safety Malachi Moore out of Alabama. In the fifth round picks, 162, linebacker Francisco my
Francisco
Mayago.
Moyaga. Yeah, you got me on that one.
Uh, First time ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of Miami, and then another Miami player in the fifth round, pick 176 defensive end Tyler Barron uh, out of the Hurricane room right there. What draft pick to you, as I always ask, what draft pick to you stands out to stand out to you the most?
Um, I think that Mason Taylor is going to stand out the most to me because we all know who his dad is. His dad's a Hall of Fame defensive end in the league. Mason Taylor 6'5". He made some plays. He jumped off the screen. Actually, he made some clutch plays for LSU at his time there. And like I say about the quarterback, you want to have that security blanket. Yes, you got Garrett Wilson and other wide receivers, but Mason Taylor will be a nice chess piece for not only Tyrod Taylor but Justin Fields in the middle of the field. So Mason Taylor for me will be one, and I think Armand Membu will be two. I was very high on Armand Membu coming out of Missouri. I thought he actually was going to be our pick if we didn't take Ashton Genty. I thought we was going to try to fortify the line. Now you have a bookend tackle for the next 10 to 15 years with Olu Fashanu and Armand Membu, right, left, and right tackle for the Jets. So whatever rookie quarterback, or either if it's Justin Fields that comes in, their blind side and their right side will be protected for a long, 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 long time. So those are my two that stand out to me. The first and second round picks. I normally don't do the first and second round picks because those are the most obvious. But with this draft, being you know culture focus and getting the good players and good guys in the building, I think those two will be, pay off real quick and have good benefits for this team in 2025.
Uh, Brees Hall at running back. Behind him, you got Braylon Allen, and then Isaiah Davis that came from South Dakota State, and Kene, the guy that came from Minnesota. Kene Wangwu. Yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. He was like their third running back on the depth chart behind my boy Chandler and Jones. Yep, I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're talking about. Yep.
mostly special teams player though.
Yeah, he
Right.
was like a kick returner for them.
The wide receiver room. You look at Garrett Wilson, and then after that, you got Alan Lazard, you got Josh Reynolds, Tyler Johnson. You got an Arian Smith who you drafted, which I mean we only expecting only a little bit out of him. Malachi Corley. I want to say he was drafted last year. The wide receiver room does not look all that good to me, other than when you got Garrett Wilson. And say he goes down, then what do you have?
Yeah, man, they drafted Malachi Corley's second year out of Western Kentucky. Quote me on that. I could be wrong. Um, and they expect a whole lot from him. He got in and has a couple roles in year one, made a couple packages, but he didn't do anything that jumped off the screen. So they're expecting big things from him in year two. They said compare him to like a Debo Samuel type player last year. That's what I heard, throughout the draft cycle. That remains to be seen. He showed glimpses of it, but yeah, man, Alan Lazard, whatever. You only came in because your best friend Brett Favre was there, and plus you gave him 4 years, $44 million a year. I mean, $11 million a year. So he got paid pretty handsomely to be there, and he hasn't worked out. So outside of Gary Williams, you don't have Devontae Adams anymore. He's in LA right now. Um, yeah, man, it can get real spooky real quick if Garrett Williams go down. But that's why I say Mason Taylor's emergence has to be crucial for them this year because they can't. They're going to probably roll coverage to Garrett Williams and try to keep the ball away from him as much as possible. So Mason Taylor, he has to come alive and have an impact on this offense day one in order for them to be successful and make postseason runs.
A tight end is definitely a quarterback's best friend. So see
And
what
when you got when you got one,
when you got one. I'm not sure if they got one, but we'll see this year. But as we spoke on with the offensive line, Armand Membu steps in as a starting right tackle. You got Elijah Vera Tucker going into his last year um, of his contract. Joe Tippett as center. You got John Simpson, who's been a vet in the league at left guard, and then Olu Fashanu, who was drafted last year. Uh, it just as we don't really think too much about the weapons here, other than the top guys, uh, you gotta think the same thing about this offensive line here. We'll see how they shape up. How do you feel about the offensive line?
Man, Amron Membu, Olu Fashioner, and Joe Tippman. I think those are the three cornerstones. The other two you can rotate it and out. You might find some better replacements down the line, but Amron Membu, Olu Fashioner, they were highly, highly regarded players in each of their respective draft cycles. So I think if you got the two tackle spots locked down, everything else can work itself out. You can make everything else work because without them tackles, you see that the going rate for tackles is what, $22 million a year.
Yeah.
Uh, we just signed Colton Miller to a big deal, so he got paid, and he's a top 15 tackle. He's not even a top 10 tackle. Um,
When they signed Colton Miller?
3 years, 69 million, 42 guaranteed, like a week and a half ago. We ain't never talk about it because I thought it wasn't no news or whatever the case may be. It was
Okay.
news to me, but when you got Nick Benito coming off the edge, who was Colton Miller? But yeah, a couple weeks ago he got paid, so
Okay. Yeah, we missed that. Well, you didn't miss it. I missed that one.
yeah.
Uh, Elijah Vera Tucker, he was pretty solid. I think he's got a lot to prove this year.
Yeah,
He-
he was a second round pick a few years ago, and he's been up and down and in and out with injuries, whatever the case may be. If AVT can stay healthy, then you might be all right, man. You might be cooking with a little grease in the offensive line there. So
yeah, second year removed from that what is it, Achilles that he had?
which it's like all these injuries. You could say leg injury. We don't know what part, but it's a leg injury. So
Yeah, we gonna say lower leg, but going to the other side of the ball, we got Will McDonald stepping into his third year with 10.5, coming off a 10.5 sack year. Big year for him out of Iowa State. Byron Coward on the one side. You got Quentin Williams on the other side. I love Quentin Williams. Um, and then Jermaine Johnson. With Jermaine Johnson, the former first round pick too, right?
mm-hmm.
So,
Out of Florida
uh,
State.
yep, out of Florida State. And yeah, other than Quentin Williams, it's like we got Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson show up.
He needs
Uh,
help in the interior, big time.
exactly. The guys backing him up, Derek Nottie, I believe, he come over from Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Rashad Weaver, Jay Tufele,
Mm-hmm. That's it.
and Michael Clemens. And then when you go to the linebacker room, you got Marcelino McCrary Ball. You got Jamie Sherwood, who was a triple digit tackling machine last year, as well as Quincy Williams back there too. Uh, and then when you go to the cornerback side, you got Sauce on one side. You got Brandon Stevens on the other side, which I'm not feeling too confident about. Got Michael Carter at the nickel back, and then you got Tony Adams and Andre Cisco at the safety spots, backed by Malachi Moore and Isaiah Oliver, who's been in the league for quite some
Ooh,
time.
he been in the league for about 10 years now.
I like to see what Aaron Glenn can do with this defense here. It's just like a bunch of guys with not a lot of names, but not a lot of big names, but you can see what you can get out of these guys.
Yeah, I think uh, Malachi Moore is going to see the field super early. I think Malachi Moore will see the field early. Like you said, they lost Ashton Davis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Malachi sees the field. Quentin. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. Quentin came out what 2020, 2019. I was
Uh,
praying. I was praying that we take Quentin, but Quentin got to the Jets before we got to him. So um, he was a game record, man. He came out. He got did his thing, got paid. He still can wreck games. He's just been quiet lately. The Jets defense hasn't lived up to what their billing was a couple years ago. So yeah, he needs some help in the inside, and also like you say, Brandon Stevens, the opposite side of your boy. You're not too feeling too confident about, man. So it's curious to see what I tell you what, Aaron Glenn did more with less. So I mean, anything's possible, man. So I expect his defense to be stout, stingy, especially Quentin and Jamie. I mean Quincy and Jamie Sherwood came up on the scene last year. So I expect Quentin, Quincy, uh, Sherwood, Sauce to make big impact on his be impact players on his defense at each of their respective levels.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was something else I was going to say. Oh, Quentin Williams, the former third overall pick in 2019. He was right. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember him coming out of school at Alabama, and they played Oklahoma in the college football playoff. And somebody was like, this one Nick Saban was real like, hey, don't say nothing crazy in the media because you give somebody some ammo. Like it really mattered when Alabama was playing somebody anyway. But he was like, a reporter had asked Quentin Williams, was like, hey, what do you think about Cal? And he was like, ain't no worry with no Kyler Murray. And he paused and stopped. And he was like, I was like, yeah, he legit. He legit. And he came out and he just Kyler Murray just got wrecked that whole game. I was like, ooh, yeah, he going super high at next year's draft. And we end up picking Cleveland Farrell right after. Next question. Go ahead. Next
uh, one more point on the defense. I want to see Jamin Davis. He was a former first round pick.
For
I
the
want to
command.
see from the Commanders. I want to see Jamin Davis. Kind of take a leap. You make some of this. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You want to go to the schedule?
Yeah, let's go to the schedule, man.
um. So week one, they face Pittsburgh. So that's a potential Aaron Rodgers get back game,
Absolute cinema.
and it's a potential Justin Fields get back game as well. So we'll see what happens with that. That's gonna be a big game. We'll see what happens with that. After that, week two, they are at home against Buffalo. Then week three at Tampa Bay. Week four, you got a Monday night game, which is probably a doubleheader, but you playing at Miami on Monday night. Week five, you at home against Dallas. Week six, you're at home. Well, actually, you're across the pond. You're playing Denver. Week seven, you're back at home against Carolina. Then week eight at the Bengals. Hit the bye week. Week 10 at home against Cleveland. You got a Thursday night matchup against New England. Week 12, you're at Baltimore. Week 13, you're at home against Atlanta, followed by Miami. Week 15, you're at Jacksonville. Week 16, you're at the Saints. Week 17, you're at home against the Patriots before going on the road in week 18 to finish off the season at Buffalo. Uh, how you feel about this schedule here?
Man, there's some winnable games. I see some winnable games. I see some knockdown dragouts in the bad way too. Like Jets, Buccaneers, Jets, Bills, Jets, Steelers to kick it off. Yeah, there's some winnable games, man. But like I say, it all depends on Justin's Justin. It's him. Justin Fields. What are you gonna do? If he can keep his car on the road and not turn the ball over and make some bonehead plays, you're going to be in ball game. So I'm not expecting a whole lot. I expect them to be more tough and more competitive in each game they play. It won't be no blowouts, but yeah, man, I'm expecting 5 to 7 wins and year one putting his stamp on his football team and continue to build from there. Because
Yeah, I agree. Oh, go
we
ahead.
all know if this thing doesn't work out with Justin Fields, they can easily get out of it. And there's a guy in South Carolina that can do some of the same things that he's doing and probably better. But we ain't made it that far yet. But if they are picking in the top 10 next year, I'm assuming that it's going to have to be for a quarterback. Excuse me, and move on from Justin Fields. If he's
Gotta
the
be, gotta be quarterback. Gotta be number one on the list. Just gotta see how the rest of the season plays out. But what I'm expecting, I'm not expecting too much out of Justin. I'm just not a big Justin guy. And the running, Justin Fields the runner I am. I love it, but the sometimes the decision making, you know, and I mean you can't say if he had a better quarterback coach around him, maybe a better mentor around him. We'll see what happens. You got Tyrod Taylor in the building. Rob Johnson is a big Tyrod Taylor fan, so he's going to have high hopes about him. So we'll see what happens. But you say 5 to 7 wins. I'm going to say 3 to 5 wins.
Oh, you ain't nothing but hating. You hating for real.
I'm not. I'm not
Oh,
hating.
you
I'm
hate,
just.
man. You hate. You want to see Aaron Glenn get a. You want to see him get the Gerard Mayo treatment. You a hater.
I'm
That's
hoping he
crazy.
don't. But I mean, look at what he's dealt with, especially when you get to when you get to the weapon side.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough out here. You better hope Brees Hall can turn to prime AP Adrian Peterson back in 2012. Because if not,
I'm hoping so. Hopefully he won't have no nagging, lower leg injuries and whatnot. So I mean, I love Brees Hall.
yeah,
And then the running back that you got behind him, who's more like short yardage, big boy. He's a big guy. Get short yardage and whatnot. But then when you get to the weapons, Mason Taylor, I'm expecting a whole lot out of him. Yeah, hopefully, like we said, tight end is a quarterback best friend. So hopefully he can get over 100 targets.
yeah,
Because
he gonna need him.
when Garrett Wilson is getting doubled on one side, who else is gonna get that ball?
He getting doubled and triple teamed.
You
Yeah,
know.
it really gets spooky.
So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at the Jets, man.
Man,
Uh, but while we on the subject about the players, my players to watch, Will McDonald. I want to see if he can continue that double digit sack trajectory he's on. Sauce Gardner, of course, the highest paid corner in the league. I want to
we
see if he can keep be better than your third year. I'm hoping, and then Elijah Vera Tucker going into a contract year. I want to see if he can get extended or get a contract from somewhere else. And then my rookies to watch, I got Mason Taylor, I got an Armand Bitbu, and Ezariah Thomas. Maybe Ezariah Thomas could be that other corner on there on the other side for Sauce. Give me something. Maybe Brandon Stevens can step up. But we'll see what happens. Let's jump into more or less before we get about here. And so Brees Hall, 876 yards, 5 touchdowns. He did before I get your answer, he did have 1359 yards from scrimmage. So will he get more or less than 1359?
he better get more. Because if he
Okay.
get, yeah, he better. So I'm gonna say he has more. Um, and if he's not, then yeah, you might be in that 3-win tier like you talking about. So
Garrett Wilson, 1104 on the yards and 7 touchdowns. He go more or less.
5 years, $130 million is all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
On the defensive side of the ball, does Will McDonald get more or less than 10.5 sacks?
I like Will McDonald, so I'm gonna say he gets. I'm gonna say he stays right at the 10 sack mark. I like Will McDonald, so I'm gonna say he'd be right at 10.
Quincy Williams, person we haven't talked about too much. He had 116 tackles last year. Does he go more or less than 116?
They go more. I'm gonna say more.
You said more. And Quentin Williams had 6 sacks. Does he go more or less?
7, 8.
Okay. Um, I think that's pretty much about it.
I know you not. I know you not. You bet not. You better
What?
add Sauce Gardner to this more or less. Nah, we ain't gonna let you slide. We ain't gonna let you slide because that's your boy. Nah, add a bonus one. Sauce Gardner. More more or less than one interception. Go ahead, ask me. Go ahead.
Sauce Gardner more or less than one interception.
4 years, $120 million. That's all I'm gonna say. 4 years, 120 million.
I think he has. I'm gonna set the bar for him. I'm gonna say four. He gets 4 picks this year.
All right, he ain't okay.
Might be
He ain't
five.
okay. Yeah, yeah. All right,
Might be five. What did you say it was? 4 years? What?
100 million, 120.
Yeah, my boy, comeback player of the year.
All right, yeah. If he gets, how much did Patrick Surtain sign for?
What did he sign for?
You need to know that off the top of your head. That's
I
embarrassing.
know, right? Man, I got
Wait,
so much football in my mind. I know. About to look it up real quick though.
producer, look it up for me.
So Pat, he got 4 years, 96, 24 million, 24 million annual.
Okay.
And he got 77.5 million guaranteed. Dang, I should have known that on top of my head. But yeah, 4 years, 96.
Yeah, I expect he got to give him at least five, and he got 85 guaranteed. He got to give me minimum 4 or 5, or if not, we're gonna be having a conversation about your boy.
I guarantee he getting four.
Put
That
some up.
that 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 that's not what Paul Heyman be saying. That
That's
is that
not a.
is
It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
it's a spoiler. Sauce Gardner 4 or 5 interceptions this year. Watch.
Okay, and you know what? I ain't gonna hate. I believe Aaron Glenn can get it out of him, so
Yeah,
it's possible.
exactly. You got a former star corner as a head coach can teach you what you didn't what the other guys didn't teach you. I mean, hey, I
It's
think
possible.
I'm
I,
expecting big things.
I mean, he better. He better be lead. He better be in the defensive player of the year type stuff. Like Daniel Jones got to be in the comeback player of the year. Patrick Surtain better be in it. I mean, not Patrick Surtain, but Sauce better be in the defensive player of the year conversation. If he ain't, something wrong.
I got a feeling like each and every week, if these guys don't perform
Oh,
on
you, oh, you already know what time it is. When we get on here on whatever day, Wednesday or that yeah, absolutely. I'm
oh
gonna
yeah, hey,
I'm gonna
come,
have
come.
the Jimmy Butler look. The Jimmy Butler look with the stat sheet. This your boy right here.
Come on, guys. I need y'all to step up. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me look all crazy out here, man.
That's why I ain't out here saying nothing about nobody having no comeback player of the year or not. Because I know I ain't set myself up for failure. Because the first time I say somebody gonna have X amount of sacks or X amount of interceptions or touchdowns, I'll be looking like Boo Boo the Fool, and I'll be like, nope, absolutely not. So,
Because you know I'm coming.
oh, absolutely. But yeah, you jumped in the pool first, so I'm gonna say, yep, you going with crazy with Daniel Jones talking about some comeback player of the year. So I'm like, yep, you might as well go ahead and pile on and say Sauce defensive player of the year too. Why you at?
All right. I think we went 54 minutes. I think we talked enough about the Jets.
Yes, I'm tired of saying this ugly jet. What is a jet up anyway? I ain't never heard that. That must be something they say on
I looked on Twitter and saw what their
their
team
slogan
name.
is.
Yeah, the Jet up. That was it. So
Broncos country jet up. I mean, yeah, I guess every team got their slogan there. Ever since one team got a slogan, everybody want a slogan. I get it. It's cool, man. But yeah, man, I think we covered gangrene a little bit. You know how the media is going to be in New York. It's very vicious. So the first inkling of, hey, this train about to get off the tracks. Pressure's going to be on Aaron Glenn. Is it fair or unfair? Probably unfair because it's his first year, his first gig as a head coach. But that's what the territory comes with working in the New York media. You're going to get the hard questions. You're going to have to sit there and face the media every Sunday that you lose a game, every Sunday that you win the game. So you can take the highs with the highs, take the lows with the lows, and I think he's built with the right stuff to handle the New York media. And we'll see how the season plays out for the Jets, man. But like you say, you think it 3 wins. I'm a little more on the opposite about 5 wins. So we definitely will see.
yeah, I think he does have the mind frame to deal with the New York media by him playing up there as well. So I think he's mentally. I think he's got that down pack. But My only concern is I'm hoping that they give him a fair shake
He don't get this
because
treatment.
yeah, yeah. I don't want that Gerard Mayo treatment for him. And you know how they do, you know, African American
Oh
head
boy,
coach.
don't say nothing to get some stuff started, boy. Whew.
But I'm just hoping that they do right by him. And I'm hoping that he can change our minds. Like, you know, I'm hoping that he can prove us wrong, you know.
For sure.
So yeah, I think that's just about it. Everybody, we got one more episode tomorrow. Got the Buffalo Bills and the Bills Mafia. If you know a Bills fan, tag them, let them know. Tomorrow, the last day, 32 teams, 32 days for 2025. Of course, you know, we'll be back next season, but we got one more. And man, Amon, it's been a ride, man.
Yeah, man, it's been a good one, man. Met some great people along the way, some great guests. We're gonna have those guests probably on during the season if they have time. We know people are busy covering their local teams and whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, it definitely was fun. Buffalo Bills gonna end off with the MVP of the league last year. Right, you know they could have went either way to another guy, but yeah, you know, thanks for everybody being with us for the 32 days and 32 teams, 32 days. It was fun. It was new for me. Um, Packed in a lot of information in a shorter period of time. I know we both getting off from work, getting home, getting ourselves ready. Yeah, man. This next thing you know, it'd be time for the regular season, and we'll have something for you guys weekly. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yes, sir. We can't wait to bring it to you. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow.